is that, are we prepared to be shapers or takers? Will we be shapers or takers? And what do I mean by that? For the most part, this modern incarnation of tourism has been driven by foreign capital, has been driven by foreign airlift, has been driven by foreign markets, has been driven by things that are exogenous effectively to our development. And we can decide, while that is important and certainly represents the foundation upon which we all stand today, is it sufficient to carry us forward? And if it is not sufficient to carry us forward, at what point do we pause, reset, recalibrate? I believe that COVID offered us the opportunity so to be able to do. I believe that a region that has a significant amount of savings that remains underutilized has not yet found a way to appropriately enfranchise its citizens to participate in the very sector that has been responsible for the greatest improvement in quality of life in not only this Caribbean region, but across most small island developing states globally. If you look at the development trends for those nations that are heavily invested in commodities and minerals, regrettably, the improvements in the quality of lifestyle have not come close to the improvements in the quality of lifestyle that the services sector has brought to most small nations globally. And that is perhaps why we have taken comfort in using a model where we are takers and not shapers. Because the immediate benefits to the average Caribbean person have been far greater than it would otherwise have been if we focus purely on extractive industries dealing with commodities. But that has carried us as far as it probably can. How many people cried when you saw the bankruptcy of a foreign tour operator with monies owed to hotels across the region? How many people continue to cry when the pandemic came, when people who asked you to extend credit to them simply were not paying in time, and to be able to allow you to settle your own obligations to bankers, staff, and others? These things caused many of us pause and think. In addition, this thing here created new opportunities in a way that over the course of my career in public life, I have seen the shift in tourism marketing to be able to allow for a far more laser-like approach with respect to being able to have persons come to us. The power to reach people has never been greater. But what do we have to reach them with? Do we control sufficiently in a coordinated manner and an efficient manner the airlift within and across the region? And please let me excuse governments from the only responsibility in this area, because governments, by the same token, were the only entities capable of carrying countries during almost 3 years of decline as a result of a global pandemic. When enterprises could not carry themselves, when banks could not extend sufficient credit, who was it that kept workers and enterprises alive? It was governments.